Hey, Parks. We'll jump right in. Jeff just came on with us and basically said I should have called timeout before that 3rd and 3 late in the game. Last night, he said he really liked your call. You guys had it ready to go. Just walk us through from your perspective. Matt makes the run. You got 3rd and 3. What was going through your mind and how did it play out from your end?
Yeah, so you're in second and long, and Matt breaks the run. So you're obviously, when you're in second and long, you're trying to stay ahead. You're thinking, all right, it's 3rd and long. What am I going to do? We get a first down. You got to be ready for a call. You get to third and I think it was 3rd and 3, and we had several tempo runs throughout the game that felt like had been successful. And so as the play caller, we get to the 3rd and 3. I'm thinking, all right, if we're on the ball, we gotta go tempo. I like to run right there to be able to, catch them off guard. They were in a sub package. Thought we could get a couple yards, get a first down, and then bang the timeout if that's what the plan was going to be. It felt good about it as far as getting the call in there. Because of our personnel on the second and long, there was a little bit of miscommunication as getting lined up, and so we lost the element of tempo a little bit. But so that was the process there.
What did you watch the game later that night on the tablet or whatever? What did you think when you watched it again?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Highsmith made a great play. We had run that particular play earlier in the game, and that's a formation that we do a little bit when we win a little bit of tempo in the second half. And when you go tempo, obviously you simplify a little bit in what you do, and you just the element of tempo and speed is supposed to offset that a little bit. And he took a shot and it paid off because he was right and he made a great play. And tough for Jelani there on the backside. Hope ideally you can try to execute, and that's just something that's a tough position for him to be in. So obviously watching it back, you want it back, but still feel good about the call and the situation, and just got to execute. And that comes down to A, on the field, and then B, the play call. You make these calls not knowing what's going to happen, but I felt good about the call.
Nate Atkins.
Hey, Parks. Alec Pierce has obviously had some good moments this season, but production slowed just a little bit over the past month. So what's kind of the challenge going on with kind of getting him productive right now? And I guess, can you just kind of walk through the process of maybe getting a guy back going when he's kind of tapered off?
Yeah. We love Alec. We think he's developing nicely. We think he's really good route runner. Reggie's done a great job with him, just developing his patience in the line of scrimmage and, hit those fundamentals for him. I just think that obviously we have a lot of targets that we want to get involved and get going, and think that, I'm speaking for the past couple of weeks, think that we've spread the ball around a decent amount. And in that he's hasn't gotten as many touches, but that's not really, I wouldn't say that's a knock on him. I think that's just kind of the way the ball's gone. But I definitely think that he's a guy that we want involved in our offense, and we got to find ways to get him the ball.
James Boyd.
Hey, Parks, along those lines, this was your first game as a play caller with Jelani Woods at your disposal. Obviously, he had a huge day. So what'd you think of having him out there, his versatility, and just that big target? I feel like you can't miss him when he's running.
Yeah. So happy for Jelani, especially everything that, he's been through the past couple of weeks. Really happy for him. Love his skill set, what he brings to the table, his mentality. Think he's a great teammate. Just love everything about him, and was really happy for him to have the success that he did. But just knowing that, calling plays, being able to get him involved in the pass game like we did was really good to see.
Joel Erickson.
Parks, I know that you guys tried to simplify things quite a bit when this all first happened. Does that make it easier for defenses to identify what you're doing? And do you guys need to start, I guess, complicating it or changing tendencies, that kind of thing, a little bit?
When you simplify, obviously you do, there's less that defenses prepare for, right? But at the same time, it's making sure that what you are doing complements each other, so that those tendencies, you can break those tendencies. And then it's execution. I mean, when you simplify, you're counting on your identity being in your execution. And, unfortunately, we haven't done that the way we need to the last couple of weeks. And, I think that if we can get back to that, then I think that's really where we need to find our identity is in executing.
Well, last one here, Nate Atkins.
Yeah, I know how much you put into protecting the quarterback, keeping hits off of Matt Ryan. So just curious what the challenge is like with a guy like Micah Parsons, and as much as they move him around, and what's the process of building a game plan for that guy, but also acknowledging that, he's different than the other guys you might face.
Yeah, I mean, he's an unbelievable player, and feel like sat here and said the same thing last week about the guys we just went against, and probably could have said the same thing about a lot of the teams we've gone against. That's just in the modern, the way we're going these days. But yeah, this guy's special. He shows up. The effort he plays with is all over the tape. They do a great job moving him around. And so we've got to find a way to account for him at all times and make sure that he's in our thought process. But at the same time, like we talked about last week, finding ways to still take our shots, push the ball down the field, while also having the focus on protection and protecting Matt.
Just as a quick follow-up, what did you think was key, or what did you like about how you guys handled TJ Watt this week?
I thought we did a good job of getting extra bodies on him, extra hands on him when we could. I thought that Braden stepped up and played well. And I thought that, just in our protection, the way we did some things, just trying to help on him, and then also on Highsmith, because we talked about just respecting both of those guys and even some of the guys on the interior. But I thought that we, all beyond the offensive line, who I thought that in a lot of ways played well. I thought that, the tight ends and backs did a good job helping out in certain areas in protection. And that was good to see.